Hey, this is Tommy Davidson. When I'm anywhere near Cleveland or thinking about Cleveland, I watch the Cliff Gunther show. I'm telling you, it's easy to do. Turn it on, and it's on.
This is a Fire Beats
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Chris Gunther Show. Thank y'all so much for watching. Remember to like and share this video. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get right into it. The Chris Gunther Show welcomes back the legend, the OG, Mr. Tommy Davidson. How you doing, sir?
Good, man. Good. Coming back here. Somebody let my dog.
Yes, sir. You're actually getting ready to hit the stage in Cleveland, correct?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Coming back, and always looking forward to coming to Cleveland, especially when it ain't cold. How it feel?
I know that's right.
I
Feels
want to
so
check
much
that
better.
first.
Absolutely, man. So, the state of comedy continues to get better. Like what type of feeling do you get when the people want you to keep coming back and they continue to enjoy your work?
Man, it's the one thing I can do where I don't have to be dependent on nobody else. With a movie, you gotta have directors, other actors. Same thing with TV. With comedy, I show up, point me to the mic, the people show up, all types of colors, all types of backgrounds, and that's my expertise.
With the kind of comedy that you do, you are the kind of person who is extremely thought provoking. Where did all that come from for you?
I think it came from my background, being raised by a white family in an all black city, that'll do it to you. Okay. Talking about in living color. I'm living in color, but just being used to growing up around different people, it just made me perfect for comedy.
With the kind of comedy that you do, something that I've picked up on very quickly is the fact that everybody is able to relate to you. How, like, where did that come from for you? Like, do you think it just came from the kind of background that you had already had?
Yeah, and I started working really young at 14 at the IHOP and then different restaurants and just being exposed to all kind of people. I think the more different types of people you meet on the way, the more well-rounded you are, you know?
Absolutely. That's something that all of us need, especially in this day and age where, we all have these social media platforms and we think that we know each other, but we really don't. How do you continue to connect with those to make them feel as if you actually know them?
I just got lucky that what's funny to me is funny to everybody. There's people out there that got some edgy comedy and it's tempting to get into it, but some people getting in trouble with all that, you know. And I've always kind of been even keel. It never was about putting people down. It was about bringing everybody up into the same room, you know. So
Absolutely. And I think, you do a great job of that. You've done that your entire career. You've worked with so many amazing people. At this
mhm.
point in your career, you are considered a legend. So who are you bringing along, or who do you look up to and say, wow, like I'm really impressed with this young comic?
I'm impressed by DC Young Fly, and a lot of the comics are younger than me. That it may seem they're not, like Lil Rel, and there's a lot of comics coming up that I was here 25 years before they even arrived, and they're all doing well. And then I have my contemporaries who I love, DL Hewley. I mean, it just the list just goes on. Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, Lavelle Crawford, Gary Owens. I mean, that's a long list. It's a lot of good comics out there.
A lot of them are, but a lot of people would say that, you are their favorite comic. What type of feeling do you get when somebody says, man, like I'm really their favorite comedian?
I feel good because I worked hard to be that. You know, I'm sure when Michael Jordan finally got his championship, he felt like he worked for it. You know, and since they ain't got no rings in comedy, and they don't got no championship trophies. Well, maybe the Oscar, but we ain't gonna go there. You know.
I'm so tired of hearing about that. I really am.
Yeah, yeah. It was a main event, but everybody, it was one of the things that happens to society where you everybody gets a chance to figure out that everybody's not perfect. And it's tempting to talk about someone because they made a mistake or whatever. But you got to watch that because maybe you're putting yourself up above them, like I did in my own car. in the driveway in my wife's car, and she was like, "Man," and I was like, "Well, sorry, that's not the only mistake I've ever made, and it ain't the only mistake I'm gonna.
Right.
All I can do is just call a dent guy."
Exactly, because you want to, you made
Hmm.
a mistake, but all you can do is own up to it and keep it pushing. But that's what life
Hmm.
is about. We all are learning, and sometimes when we learn, we can go back and revisit things that were joyful, such as the Proud Family that is now out. Like, first of all,
Ah, there you go.
well, yes, sir. Well, the first of all, I have to know this. When did you guys start talking about the possibility of it coming back, and then how great did it feel to be back?
We've been talking about it as long as we uh, ended the last one. Every year we wanted to do it again. And since its popularity started reaching people, and college students started dressing up like the Proud Family, and kids started getting Halloween costumes, it raised a whole generation of kids. I mean, if you're 29 right now, you were a Proud Family kid.
I'm 27. I'm glad I was a Proud Family
There
kid.
you go. Yeah, so you know all about it. The Blue Girls, the Little Bullies, all about Zoe winning the dance contest. You know the whole thing, man. And you know about Oscar.
And the coolest part about Oscar is he's had to evolve. The episodes that are out now on Disney Plus hit on
Mm-hmm.
a lot of
Mm-hmm.
current topics. Did you make sure that when it came back this time that it was going to hit on those topics?
Well, you know what? I always make sure, but they made sure. See, I was surprised because it's usually me ahead of the curve, but they just emphasize inclusion, and we accept every type, but that's how Black folks are anyway. We accept every type because we live around everybody, so the Proud Family, prouder and louder, is prouder and louder about being proud of who we are. We never changed that. We've always been down for everybody. It's the opposite that seems to get a little bit shaky sometimes.
It's sad, but it does. And you guys hit on so many incredible things that kids my age now can appreciate. As
Mm-hmm.
somebody
Mm-hmm.
that has worked very closely with the show, how much is it a surprise that people still even want to watch it after all these years?
No, no, because it's good. When you have quality, it's just like Star Wars or Sade. If a Star Wars movie come out, you're going to see it. Sade got an album, you're going to see it. I mean, you're going to buy it and hear it.
Very true. And you are the kind of person that continues to do things. And what people, I guess don't necessarily remember is you are actually an artist as well. You can sing, you can play, you can act,
Thank you.
and
Thank
you're
you.
just a jack of all trades. Like, where does all that like as far as all of that is concerned, where does that come from?
I just was a lucky kid. I had a lot of exposure to a lot of different music. We had AM radios, so it wasn't playing just R&B and rock. They were playing all of it at the same time. Then I had all this TV. I had black and white and color TV. I remember black and white actually. you know, but it all came around the cartoons that we had. So I was just a child of entertainment. I was taking my Oscar in the backyard at 6.
Hmm.
I was doing my speech. I was ready then. I'm just lucky to be in the entertainment industry now because it was a natural move for a kid like me.
And you've done a lot in your career. You've had your ups, you've had your downs, but you've also had things
Mm-hmm.
come full
Mm-hmm.
circle. Out of everything that you've worked on, what is one of the things that you are the most proud of?
Probably just being myself after all of this. After all of this, I'm just Barbara Davidson's youngest son still. And I learned a lot of lessons from her, a lot of lessons from the people in my neighborhood. And I turned out like the people in my neighborhood wanted me to turn out. Somebody you can talk to, if you want an autograph, you got it. Just help whoever needs help, and just keep it moving in an even way and not feel like just because I do what I do makes me any better than anybody.
Being humble. And the thing that I had to learn quickly is everything can go up and then everything can go down. How do you stay grounded?
Bills.
Yeah, I think that's something that we all got in common, man. No
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
what,
You'd be
brothers
like,
got
I gotta go
bills.
back to work. I can't, just yeah, and just and it's one of those things that comes with the growth of a person, and if you can match up something you love to do with something you have to do, then you got it, you know.
Definitely. And like I wish we had more time, but you're a busy man. Before we get out of here, last few round of questions. Number one, how can people continue to support you, especially this weekend when you're about to be doing your comedy in
Mm.
Cleveland?
It's easy for me. The real Tommy Cat on IG. It connects to everything I do, to Twitter and everything. And just keep your eyes open. Know I'm coming. And there's room for you if you act fast enough. And I definitely want to see what this quarterback gonna do for y'all.
I think it's safe to say everybody wants to see what
You heard
Deshaun
me?
Watson is going to do. Yeah, I think
Oh
it's
yeah, oh yeah.
yeah, I think it's safe to
Brown,
say
yeah,
yeah, we all are in dire need to see that. But also, will the Proud Family be coming back for season 2?
yeah, yeah. We're around. We ain't going nowhere. And I'm just glad to see that the Cleveland Browns are finally brown.
Yeah. I mean, we got to call a spade because a lot of times,
Okay,
those of us
coming.
that, I'm about to say, like a lot of times, those of us that wanted to be in those positions, we couldn't. But I'm glad to see that those things are slowly starting to change here.
Yeah, they are. They are. But it's a good ball club. It's been around a while, and Cleveland is a great city. With a lot of hardworking Americans, man. That's what I love about the most. Nobody is up here, nobody is down there. Everybody's kind of in the middle, making a living and just doing the best they can. I love Cleveland for that.
One of the last questions I always ask my guest, who would you like to see on the Chris Gunther show? And if you have any connection or any pull, do you think you can help a young brother out?
Yeah, the new quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
Yes, sir. I hope he calls
Okay,
me
so
back.
I'll DM him.
I love it. Well, Mr. Davidson, thank you so much for your time. Before we jump out of here, man, if anybody wanted to connect with you or follow you, how can they do that?
Just get me on my IG. It's so fast. It's so fast. But my Facebook is Tommy Davidson as well. So that's about. You can't get no quicker than that.
Not at all. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Mr. Tommy Davidson. Thank you so much for your time today, sir.
Thanks, man. Nice seeing you again, man.